let us go for the last group. It is a 18th group elements. So these are also called as a noble gases. So in this group we are having helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. So they are known as a noble gas or inert gases. Why they are called as inert gases? Because the elements have completely filled a valence shell. That is its electronic configuration. If you observe, it is Ns2 Np6. Okay. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon are called noble gases, which are 18th group of elements. These elements have completely filled valence shell orbitals and chemically unreactive, hence they are termed as a noble gases. Okay. So now how they occur? So they occur in the atmosphere only, but it is very small quantity. So that is about nearly 1%, not exactly 1%. It is almost 1% by volume. Okay. In this, that is argon is a major constituent. Argon is a major constituent, whereas radon is a radioactive element. So similar to the earlier group, here they are also having same properties, that is atomic radii increases down the group, ionization enthalpy also, ionization enthalpy decreases down the group. Okay, so that is the properties, that is general properties. So they occur in atmosphere nearly 1% by volume. Argon is a major constituent and radon is a radioactive element. Now let us go for its general electronic configuration is a noble gas Ns2 Np6 except a helium. Helium is having only 2 electrons, therefore its electronic configuration is only 1s2. p orbitals irudilla. Helium is having only s orbital, it is not having any p orbitals. But other than the helium, the remaining are having a p orbitals, hence its electronic configuration is a noble gas Ns2 Np6. Okay. Next is ionization enthalpy. So it is having a very high ionization enthalpy because all the orbitals are completely filled. It is not very easy to remove electrons from any of the orbital because all are paired electrons are there. Therefore you require a high energy. So due to stable electronic configuration, they exhibit a very high ionization enthalpy. And as usual, it decreases down the group. Okay. Next is electron gain enthalpy. So they have no tendency to accept an electron because the outer orbital is already completely filled. So if you observe its electronic configuration, nodidre, so it is Ns2 and Np6. Okay. So electrons are completely filled. So therefore no chance to get one electron or lose one electron. They are completely filled is more stable. So therefore they have no tendency to accept the electron. They have large positive value of electron gain enthalpy. So therefore they are having a very high positive value of electron gain enthalpy. Okay. So coming to its physical properties. So they are colorless, odorless, tasteless, monoatomic gases. So monoatomic gases means what? Monoatomic gas means, so we know we are writing it as a helium-2. So it is not a helium-2. So in case of hydrogen, we are writing hydrogen-2 or O2. But helium is not 2. In last year we have discussed molecular orbital theory. It is a monoatomic helium, neon, argon. We are writing like this, not like this. Chlorine, Cl2 bariteve, O2, H2. But these are monoatomic molecules. Okay, that is the meaning of monoatomic molecules. They are sparingly soluble in water. They are sparingly soluble in water, means partly soluble in water. But when you consider its melting point and boiling point, they are a very low melting point, having very low melting point and boiling point. Why? Because in these the interatomic interaction is having a very weak dispersion force, that is London force ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. So they are having a very weak dispersion force or London force, hence they are having a very low melting point and a boiling point. The interatomic interaction in these elements is a weak dispersion force, that is London force, hence they are a very low melting point and a boiling point. They are having a very low melting point and boiling point. So next is what about its chemical properties. Already we have mentioned they are highly unreactive elements. So reactivity kadime irtade because of its electronic configuration. If you observe, so they are not having any electron to give up or take electron, hence they are having a very chemically inactive. But even then we can get some compounds of xenon with a fluorine and oxygen. So this was discovered by the scientist chemist Neil Bartlett. He has first found that one compound, that is a xenon platinum fluoride, by the reaction of platinum hexafluoride with a xenon. So chemical properties. Noble gases are least reactive. The inertness of these elements is due to completely filled ns2 np6 orbitals except helium. Then very high ionization enthalpy. Okay. Then more positive electron gain enthalpy. So this is the reason why it is a inertness, or they are not reactive. So sometimes the question is asked, mention one property, one reason, the inertness of noble gases, because of its electronic configuration or high ionization enthalpy or more positive electron gain enthalpy, they are unreactive or least reactive. So next, even then, the chemist Neil Bartlett, he was able to prepare a compound with a xenon with a fluorine, that is known as a Neil Bartlett compound. He prepared the first noble gas compound, that is a Xe plus. Here you have to mention the charge. Platinum hexafluoride, it is minus. It is completely neutral. ಇದನ್ನು ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಗಡ್ಬಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೆದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ 1 mark question may be asked in this chapter, this 18th group, that is which is the first noble gas compound, or mention the Neil Bartlett compound. So this is the formula, Xe plus Pt F6 minus. 1 mark almost ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಲ. Okay, so you have to write it up properly. So this is obtained by the reaction of a platinum hexafluoride with a xenon. Okay. So now let us go for some compounds of this noble gases. After this compound, a number of xenon compounds with most electronegative element like fluorine and oxygen has been synthesized, means prepared. So first, xenon fluorine compounds. Xenon, in excess of xenon with the fluorine at this condition, that is 673 Kelvin and 1 bar pressure, we are going to get this is xenon difluoride. Okay. Next, one more compound is a xenon tetrafluoride. Here the reaction is with the xenon and fluorine only, but the conditions are changed. Xenon with the fluorine in the ratio of 1:5 at this temperature, 873 Kelvin and 7 bar pressure, it is a xenon tetrafluoride. And similarly, xenon hexafluoride is also obtained. The condition is ratio is 1:20, 573 Kelvin and 60 to 70 bar pressure, xenon hexafluoride. So xenon hexafluoride can also be prepared from a xenon tetrafluoride. ಈ xenon tetrafluoride ತಗೊಂಡು xenon hexafluoride ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that is the reaction is XeF4 plus O2F2 oxygen fluoride. So 143 Kelvin, that is XeF6, and oxygen is liberated. So then the structure of these compounds, that is XeF2 XeF4 and XeF6. So this is a linear structure, this is a square planar structure, and this one is a distorted octahedral. In all these we are having a one that is lone pair of electrons are there. Okay, so let us take the structures of this. So XeF2, it is a linear structure where a xenon and 2 fluorine and 3 unpaired electrons, lone pair of electrons are on the same plane with a triangle. Okay, if you join this, you are going to get a triangle. Next is a XeF4, that is xenon tetrafluoride. It is a square planar structure, 4 fluorine on the same plane. One this pair of electron is above and one is below. Next is XeF6. This is also square plane here, 4 fluorine and one is above and here one below. But one lone pair of electron is there, orbital. There is a lone pair bond pair repulsion takes place. Hence it is slightly bent here and it is a distorted octahedral structure. So these are the some xenon fluorine compounds. Next, xenon oxygen compounds are also there. So that is xenon oxygen compound. So it is obtained when the compound hydrolysis of a xenon tetrafluoride and xenon hexafluoride with a water. So it gives a XeO3, that is a XeF6 xenon hexafluoride with a water. It gives XeO3 and 6 hydrofluoric acid. Or one more reaction or one more compound, that is we are going to one more reaction to get this. This is XeF6 ದಿಂದ ಆಯಿತು, XeF4 ದಿಂದನೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So that is a xenon tetrafluoride reaction with a water. It gives a xenon also and a xenon trioxide with a 24HF and a 3O2. So next xenon hexafluoride on partial hydrolysis. These are a complete hydrolysis ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇವೆರಡು complete hydrolysis. Partial means partly it hydrolysis takes place, where you are getting a different compound, that is a xenon oxygen fluoride. Okay, so partial hydrolysis of XeF6 gives a oxyfluorides XeOF4 and XeO2F2. So the reaction is, so this is a partial hydrolysis ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇತ್ತು. So these are the some reactions. Then the structure of XeO3 and XeOF4. XeO3, this is xenon and 3 oxygen double bond which is on the same plane. This is a pyramidal structure and here one lone pair orbital is there above. Similarly XeOF4, 4 fluorine on the square and oxygen is double bond here and here unpaired lone pair of electron is there. That is a square pyramidal structure. Okay, so these are the some of the reactions and structures of noble gases. Now let us go for the last concept here in this, that is uses of noble gases. So helium is the first element, and helium is a light non-inflammable gas used in a filling of balloons for a meteorological observation. Meteorological observation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? So to identify what is the climatic condition and what about where we can find the mountains, rivers, like this. So it is related to environment. So that is we can find out through this by fixing some instrument to the balloons, and we can leave that balloon so it will go above and we can observe this thing. Nowadays instead of these drones are used. Okay, next helium is used as a coolant in a nuclear reactor. So it is used as a coolant in a nuclear reactor. Next is a neon. Neon is used in a discharge tube. Okay, it is also used in a fluorescence bulb for advertisement. We have observed in many large cities, or nowadays in any cities we can find some the shops or some lodgings, so they are making some advertisement with that the colored tubes are used. Okay, in the night we can observe that. So that is nothing but a neon gas are used in that. Next is argon gas is used in the electric bulbs. Now in bulb use ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗದಂಗೆ ಇರೋ ಫಿಲಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ argon gas is ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಾರೆ. It is used to provide inert atmosphere at a high temperature. Okay. So next is a krypton. Krypton is used in a miner's cap lamp. Mining ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಯಾರಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆಗೆ, so they want to get some light, so and it is a intensity should be high, so therefore they are using the cap. In that cap the light is there, that is nothing but it is having some krypton gases also there. Okay. Next is a xenon. Xenon liquid is used in detecting mesons and gamma radiation. Liquid xenon is used in detecting mesons. Mesons are nothing but it is also the particles in the atom. Okay, so proton, neutron, electron, so similarly mesons, you may come across this in physics also, and gamma radiation. Okay. Then lastly the radon. Radon is a radioactive element. It is used in the radiotherapy and radioactive research. Okay, so these are the some uses of the noble gases. So that completes the 18th group element. In this 18th group, it is normally 1 mark question is asked. So here you must know the electronic configuration, then what about the uses, some structures, Near-Bragg compound. Okay, some reaction may be also asked in some of the questions before they asked. Okay, so that completes the P block element. Okay, thank you.